Taurus? Hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate every single one of you. So let's get it started right away with a couple of oracle cards here, just so we could take a little test of the energy. What's going on with the Taurus collective mid-September, please, and thank you. And yeah, we'll just look at these cards real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus spread with the starseed oracle just to see what it is you need to hear from the universe. So there are many messages for you, many things for you to think about and consider. Only take what hits, you know the deal. But we're going to get it going here for Taurus, please. What do we got for my friends? Thank you. Yeah, I really hope you're all doing well. And this first card coming out is a huge one of future focus. You might have your eyes on the horizon, eyes to what's coming towards you, and a big focus on something here with the Red Riding Hood. Now, before we fully dive into this, if you're new here, I'm going to be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. It's an interesting one. But into the reading itself, you see this beautiful woman with the blue dress. She's looking towards the horizon. There's these structures in the sky with a rainbow. So someone being optimistic about the future. The universe could be asking you to do that, like look towards the future with optimism as opposed to anything else. But it is a heavy future focus nonetheless. So in the coming days and weeks, that could be where you're at. Sometimes people think a lot about the past. Sometimes people think only about the present. This is a big future focus. Now, speaking of focus, the next card is about that as well, but it's not specifically future, past, or present. You see this imagery, the Red Riding Hood with the wolf looking at her. I'm not getting the energy of some kind of fear or any rough negative things just yet. We still have a lot of cards to pull, but there is something under the magnifying glass. Whether someone's watching you, you're watching somebody else, like there is something or someone like being scoped out here. So it's important to keep that in your mind, and we'll look at it. We'll see how it ties into the rest of the reading. Sometimes it doesn't even. We're going to get into tarot now, though. That doesn't make or break the reading. It sets a nice little tone, though. So let's see what's going on with Taurus. We're going to shuffle it up one time, get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. Let's see what's up. What do we have for Taurus, please, mid-September? Okay, now last week's reading was titled They Are Lonely, so either you or someone you're tied to could have been experiencing feelings of solitude, loneliness. It's only human. We all go through it sometimes, but the week before that was big win incoming. There's a lot of good energy around the collective, so it's like a flip-flop. We go from good to bad, back and forth. A lot of signs have been experiencing that, where it's like 1 week there's goodness, 1 week it's a little rough. So we'll see what we have this week. Hopefully we flip back to the good possibilities. What do we have for Taurus, please? Thank you. All right, King of Swords. I saw that in the Capricorn reading. We'll talk about it, though. It is that serious type of energy, similar to the Queen of Swords. Let's get 2 more. Very analytical, very plan-based, and as I said, there might be someone under the magnifying glass. That could represent that for sure. Let's get 2 more, though. Okay, 7 of Cups, options, possibly weighing options, doors opening. We'll see. Let's get 1 more here, and then we'll really start diving deeper. What do we got? Thank you. Yeah, Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of sword energy showing up here in this spread in general. And 2 of the Sword Court cards, something could be moving fast or coming towards you really fast. Now, we're going to talk about these one by one. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicier messages alone. All mind-based in a sense, but there's action on the back end. In position number 1, we have the King of Swords. If you're not tied to an air sign, this king is a strong, powerful, divine masculine type of energy of, yes, control, but this one is very analytical, smart. It's about planning, and it's serious, okay? This is a very serious type of individual, so when we clarify it, it could talk about your planning stages. We saw the future focus, but could also talk about, you know, being under someone's microscope, or seriousness in general. We just have to see what comes out. Very interesting themes with the King of Swords. Now, as we push further through the reading, we have the 7 of Cups right in the center, a card of options. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Once again, this is a card of the mental, the thought. This is one of my cards of daydreaming. So you might be getting lost in the mind a little more than usual. But if your eyes are towards the future, if you're planning certain things, certain events, you might be trying to be very meticulous about it, which route you take, okay? And yeah, this could be a lot of things coming towards you as well. A lot of possibilities, options, doors opening, like I already said. Now, as we move to the back end, one of the fastest cards in the entire tarot deck, we have The Knight of Swords, okay? So this is someone deadlock focused on something, moving towards it with great speed. Once again, big air sign energy. There is a little bit of a warning whenever we have the Knight of Swords, because he can be a card of conflict, somebody who is so focused on attaining something that they don't see any collateral damage. But aside from that, it is speed. So something could be coming towards you super fast, or you could be moving towards something energetically very, very fast. We'll just see what this is all about as we keep going. It could be travel, distance, things like that as well. But we're not going to hang on that too much. Let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. Okay, we're going to get a nice shuffle here for Taurus. And I just want to say before we even go any further, I'm not getting any negative feelings and I'm not getting any super positive ones. This feels very neutral thus far. We still have a lot to go. But we're going to get one good shuffle here. What do we got for Taurus? And my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation and I'm just giving you mine, okay? And that's why the box is here. I've been saying it the past few weeks. If you know what the cards mean and it's giving you any feelings or messages, please share it with everybody else. I don't mind. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this King of Swords, though. Why is the King of Swords here for Taurus, please? Feeling very powerful there in the beginning. A lot of strong energy throughout this whole entire spread. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So we have almost the whole damn family of swords showing up here. Very powerful, serious type of energy overall. Now, the Queen of Swords is usually somebody who is very honest, straightforward, no nonsense. So when I see her in reverse under the King of Swords, aside from possibly being soulmates showing up here, because that could be it. When you have a king and queen of the same suit, soulmates, twin flames. But the message I'm getting is that of somebody trying to overpower another. All right, so hopefully that's not someone trying to bully you into a corner or anything like that. But it feels a little conflicted to me here in the very beginning. Like somebody in one mode, somebody in another. Someone being very truthful, somebody being a little less truthful, if you know what I mean. This could be asking you to also look at things through a softer lens as well, because we have a lot of seriousness throughout this spread overall, okay? Like a very serious tone, right? And whenever we get all the court cards, you know, they're people, they're always talking back and forth. It could be serious communications, things like that. Anything of a serious nature. I know I keep saying that word over and over again, but I have to really pound home that energy of what I'm feeling, okay? We'll talk about it more during the recap, but hopefully nobody's trying to bully or anything like that. I don't feel like that's the main message. We're going to move over to the Seven of Cups. It could be, yeah, like I said, the universe just asking you to take a softer approach, like lighten up a little bit, or maybe someone around you needs to do that. Let's see what's up with this Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Thank you. Star, beautiful. Beautiful. Very similar to that first Oracle card. Now, that could be an Aquarius. If you're tied to an Aquarius, they're showing up all over this spread because we have 3 cards of air signs. Now the star, which represents them. But when I see the star, I think of hope. Hope in the future. Hope in a brighter day, looking towards the horizon. This could be some sort of payoff in the end. This could be something that turns out better than you expect. But with all these options, all these doors opening, I feel like the main message is that you should remain hopeful. You should remain optimistic in the future itself. Whatever trajectory you're moving down could really benefit you in the end. Yes, the star doesn't say something's going to be here tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's going to be here next week. It could be months or even years down the line, but it is a happy ending of some kind. When you wish upon a star, it takes a little time to deliver. But there's a lot of possibilities here with the Seven of Cups. So yeah, this could be a payoff or a long-awaited win of some kind rolling in for you. Very interesting. We're going to keep it moving to this Knight of Swords, and I'll give you a recap before we get into your bonus spread. Way different type of energy than we've been getting for you the past few weeks, and I've been seeing that with all the earth signs. So why is this Knight of Swords here for Taurus? What is moving towards you? Okay. Yeah, so more plan-based energy with the Two of Wands. Okay. This, a little thing just came into my head, like, if you don't make a decision, I'll decide for you. I know that sounds, once again, very serious, but when that card came out, it's like, all right, if you can't decide, I'm going to decide for you. Okay, take that for what it's worth. But the Two of Wands, as with all twos in tarot, could represent a fork in the road, some kind of big choice that needs to be made, some sort of decision. And with this fast-moving Knight of Swords, yes, you could be put to a very important decision or you might need to make a really important choice. But this isn't someone who's going to dilly-dally. They're going to go down one road, whether it's good or bad. This is heavy action, and it is plan-based, because the Two of Wands does represent plans. So we have plans and distance all up on this back end. So layered this week. So if there's any spread that you're going to do further research on, it would be this one, because there's a lot of action going on here. But yeah, you could be put to a very important decision in the coming days and weeks, and that would explain the seriousness that we're feeling in the spread itself, or a very important fork in the road, okay? Yeah, aside from that, it's something's coming in, that's for sure. There might be some sort of critical point coming in for you. And yeah, that could mean other things as well. But we're going to go through, do a quick recap before we get your bonus spread. If you'd kindly look down in the box. In position number 1, very powerful here, with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse underneath. Yes, soulmates, yes, twin flames, close connections and bonds. But with her being in reverse, I get like a dichotomy of energy where one person might be being honest, another person might be being a little deceptive. It's like the yin-yang type energy. It could also be somebody overpowering another, or saying like, all right, well, it's going to be my way or the highway type stuff. It's very serious in nature. So you might be dealing with serious situations. Or this could be somebody that's just, I'm not going to say what I was just thinking, but this is someone who's very serious in their ways. I'll just put it like that. But moving further through the spread, we have the Seven of Cups with the star in the upright. This is absolutely beautiful. Doors opening for you, a long-awaited win, a big payoff. Something down the line could be going very, very well for you. Like the world is your oyster type of energy. And right here on the back end, we have the Knight of Swords with the Two of Wands. There might be a big decision or a big crossroads coming your way that you might need to decide on, because this is heavy action. But yeah, this isn't somebody that's going to dilly-dally on that choice. But yeah, life might force you to make some choice or decision, and it's plan-based as well. So keep that in mind with all these sword guys going on and what we had in the beginning, now the Two of Wands. There might be big plans being made, okay? So please take a screenshot. We're going to jump in and get this bonus spread out for you. Just a couple of cards real quick. We're going to tie this reading up in a nice bow for you. What does Taurus need to hear, please? And thank you. And yeah, I love to use this deck as the little capstone of every reading. It's optimistic and positive. Yeah, that one, I don't feel like that was a negative reading, and I wasn't over the moon with all of the different messages, but it is what it is, right? Okay, we have Star Brothers popping out for you. Yeah, close connections. Makes sense. Let's get one more. Interesting. Yeah, you might be divinely protected for sure. We have Earthed. Nice. And that is your element. So we're going to talk about these real quick. Notice both of these characters, if you look in the box, they look as if they're in a meditative state of some kind. So I feel intuitively first that if you're going through a tough time, the universe might want you to focus more on your spiritual practices and your meditations. Now, Star Brothers, to me, it's just spirit team left and right. If you look at it, you have the person here and the different birds, which emblematically speak of our guides, our spirits, our close ones, our star brothers and sisters, literally. So you should know that you have your spirit team around you. You're divinely protected. Even if you can't feel it and access it all the time, they're there. Trust me. Okay, the literal meaning says Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So these are things that you could be yearning for in the coming days and weeks. And it's something that most human beings, most regular human beings, really want in their lives. Don't always get it though. But we move to the Earth card. And as I was already saying, yeah, it is your element. Yes, this person is meditating, but the universe could be asking you to ground yourself. We had a lot of action of the mind in the spread. All the swords, the Seven of Cups, the star. It was very airy. So you might need to ground yourself down. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You could go stand out in nature, dig your feet into the dirt and just connect with nature. You could do meditation. You could listen to binaural beats. Do something to try to connect yourself to the material plane. Okay, ground down for a little bit, and it's always healthy to do. And Taurus, that's what I have for you, my friends. But don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. My friends, I just want to say I'm loving all of the costume suggestions, but for this month's subscriber surprise for September, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Wizard's Tarot. And if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things. Drop down in the comments what costume suggestion you have for me for the month of October. And second, you must be subscribed, of course. That's it. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, thank you so much, as always. And I'll see you next time.